Hello and welcome to episode 31 of the Ballad of Wyatt Holiday. My name is Joshua, and I know sometimes playing these single-player RPG games can be a bit lonely or isolating, so if you ever feel those feelings creeping up, feel free to put on this video or any video I do in this series, and you can consider yourself to be gaming with a friend. What are we playing today? I am going to be playing Starfield. I know I didn't have an episode Friday. I know I said Mondays and Fridays. I didn't even put up a community post. It was based on my engagement. No one reads them anyway, but I should have. The only reason is Thursday night. I was getting ready to record. I usually record in the evenings after I have dinner, but something about my dinner just on Thursday messed with my stomach, and I'll spare you any gnarly details, but let's say I couldn't get any recording done, so I ended up going to bed very early, and I felt fine Friday morning when I woke up, which was nice, and I'm joined today by my usual suspects. I've got an almost done smart water, but I've got a fresh one full right here, and since it's very early morning for me, my breakfast oats. I don't have any sparkling water with me today, sadly. I guess sparkling ice is among my favorite drinks. So where we left off, New Atlantis, Constellation in particular, I suppose, was attacked by the Hunter, a mysterious Starborn entity. He attacked the city, he attacked the launch, he attacked the Eye, and Constellation, and maybe Wyatt in particular, lost his best pal, Sam Coe. So, I don't recall exactly what we're going to be doing now, just because it's been a week since I played, and I've been very busy working on some other stuff. So just as you know, as well, I've been working on another video format, very similar to this, but with other people, and we're trying to iron out some of the details on that. I don't know if there will be 2, 3, 4 of us in this other series I plan, but just know that I am working on other stuff behind the scenes, and I have a script for another video done, and that script is roughly 10 pages long. I just need to finish getting some footage and then do all the VO for that. So let's get into the game, though. You're not here to hear me talk. You're here to watch some Starfield. So watch some Starfield you shall. Alright. Just wanted to check to make sure I was recording. I have many times forgotten to record. Oh, yes, we were going to talk to the Keeper Aquilus. I mean, look at the...
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of continued trauma.
Oh, thanks, Vasco. Okay, so yeah. I think he's heading back to the ship. We need to go speak to the Keeper. But I think one of the things I said, I wanted to bring Andresia. Now I do recall. So, while they head off, or while he heads off that way, I'm going to send Wyatt to the Star Eagle as well to go get Andresia. Happy Monday, by the way. We made it. Let's hope this is the start of a good week. My week was very, very long. And it wasn't bad, it just felt like it went on forever. And I was a little bummed out Thursday night when I didn't get to record anything for you guys. That was a real shame. I mean, for me. I know there's not tons of people lined up waiting to watch these, so... Still... I like to think that maybe somebody gets jazzed when they see that I upload something. Alright, let's... Is that just like a dead person? Okay. That's, yeah. I mean, that's something you just leave lying around. I mean, I just leave my dead folks all over the place. So I get it. Alright. Oh, we have to talk to Sarah Morgan. Well, we'll handle that later. I think we're gonna grab Andration first. Is that Sarah? Okay.
What's on your mind?
Ah, hello. I'm at your side.
Okay, cool. We'll use her as our active companion here.
Yes?
Alright, and then we're gonna head up to
Do you
the...
have a favorite restaurant here? Mine is currently Whetstone, but it changes.
Oh, hey, Vasco made it. I gotta say, man, I give Vasco a lot of crap because he's just a robot. But during the Hunter's attack on New Atlantis, man, him and Walter were kind of doing some wild stuff. I don't know if Walter's got some crazy AI programming, but bro ain't no coward. Like, the man don't play. Pardon me while I grab some oats. Hope the clicking of the blender bottle isn't too obstructive to your hearing.
What did you need?
To get to the Universum. Okay. So the basis of this quest is Matteo had heard the Hunter glimpse about the Unity. And Unity is a word or concept that's very important in the Sanctum faith. So he wanted to speak to them.
Ah, yes. They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
I think she's referencing the Colony War Memorial over there. Took her a minute. Oh, let's talk to the Keeper.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Ooh. We get a raised universal piece of dialogue here, so let's use it. It says, Keeper, we're lost. We need your guidance.
Oh, of course. Anything for one of the faithful. Is this maybe about the grab jump pilgrimages, or you've seen something in the darkness between the stars that troubles you?
Not exactly. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Ooh. That's how you know something's going on. When a priest inviting you inside, man, it can go one of two ways. It's a good thing He has me and Andreja here to protect his virtue. Come on, Andreja. I guess she's just gonna sit outside.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Well... It started with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Well, we know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Maybe this pilgrim was a Starborn?
I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
Well, let's hear the story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Infinitum addendum. That's an odd saying. It's very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
If you've already talked to them, why send me?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Well, talking to House of Varun seems like a mistake. They're dangerous.
Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves. Oh, and here, take this. You're a member of the Sanctum after all, and this is the beginning of a pilgrimage of sorts.
Hey,
Stay here
cool.
with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Do I finally get a hat? Oh. Oh god, they're so ugly, but I've wanted one since the since the beginning of the game. Hell yeah, bro. Let's cook. So I guess you only get them when you've done a pilgrimage or you're going on one. I was really hoping Andresia would have some unique dialogue here. Okay. Let's go talk to the Enlightened. Oh, does this have any special stats attached to it? I wonder. Nothing. Well, alright. Yeah, let's head down to the well.
I appreciate that they have not demolished the structure, even if diplomacy has ended for now. It may not have been their intention, but it represents hope.
Oh, this is the House of Haroon embassy that no longer exists. We'll keep the thing to talk to Sarah Morgan active. Gosh, man, this is just the ugliest piece of headwear. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, let's head to the spaceport. Ooh. Sorry for that cough in there. Little bout of the coughs just hit me. Well, we're gonna head into the well first, go see the House of the Enlightened. Oh. I think it's because last time we were here, the hunter was blowing through the place, and I guess these people are still living in that moment.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
You look like you need something, yeah?
Might take a second for this cell to reset.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks.
Let's talk to Andy Singh.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Keeper Aquilus sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
You've talked about this with Keeper Aquilus before.
Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
Well, let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Oh. What did they mean? Each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up.
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Maybe there's a message hidden in what he was saying.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Can you tell me anything else about unity? What it means?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Thanks, Andy Singh. Alright. Oh, well. She
Spoils
died.
of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Oh, it was a UC store. Hopefully the cell in which that part of the world is will kind of reset itself and go back to normal instead of everyone running for their lives from the hunter. Alright, let's go talk to the Varun prisoner. Hopefully this is a spot where old Andreja can shine for us. Head to UC security. That's Sergeant Yumi. Yep.
Hi. How you doing?
Terrible. Alright. Ooh, this is a strange looking creature.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I know you've talked to Keeper Aquilus about the Varun faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Well, Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
I need to know the meaning of the word unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Well, there must be more to your god than just killing.
Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Oh.
There is only one truth. The Great Serpent.
How did you end up in that cell?
The Great Serpent called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here.
Is there anything more you could tell me about yourself?
No. I have told you what I will. Everything else is between me and the Great Serpent.
I was hoping she would have some dialogue here. Guess not.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here. You know that, right?
Oh. I guess they comment on you still having a spacesuit on, even when it doesn't show. Alright.
New Atlantis puts on a wonderful show of security, does it not?
Does it so? Alright. Hopefully we'll, hopefully old Keeper Aquilus can, glean some useful information from that. I'm not sure, what kind of information, but hopefully something useful. Oh, not close enough to make it. Also, I gotta look at our progress for leveling up. We are almost level 29. We'll have to figure out where we wanna... Since we're missing a, Constellation companion now, I don't think we have to put any points into getting ship command. We don't have Sam Coe anymore. Sadly. But I mean, there was stuff we needed to upgrade anyway, and I try not to pick useless abilities. So I'm fine with what we have. I just think maybe we can refocus our leveling efforts.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Well, in the Enlightened story, the Enlightened's story used the words second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
Well, I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Jinan fought 4 times over 120 rotations.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
In your story, the Pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum. That's the name of a star system.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
There's something sacred out there, bringing everything together.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
Isn't it already sanctified? Doesn't the sanctum have grav pilgrimages? Or grav pilgrims?
Yes and no. We believe God is out there waiting for us in the universe, and that the grav jump will bring us closer. But is gravity itself an article of faith? What do you think?
Yes, gravity is a miracle, just like life itself.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent. Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Well, that is certainly interesting. So let's go to the second planet in the Indum system. See what we can find. Hopefully something that leads us a little closer to this unity question. Maybe we should head back to Constellation first. Let's speak to the team there. I know in favor of the companions like Andreja, Barrett, Sarah, and Sam, R.I.P. A lot of the times we overlook Noel and Walter and Matteo. But I think we should speak to everyone and see if there's any kind of information or new dialogue we can glean from them. I mean, it was Matteo that kind of set us on this path here, and if it wasn't for his astute observation, we'd still be fumbling in the dark. So, we're gonna speak to them, get on our ship, finish our activity to talk to Sarah, and then we will go about finding this Indum 2. So let's head here into the old lodge.
I may not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
Hey.
Oh.
I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together. To say goodbye. You know. To Sam.
Oh, I'll be there, Noel. I promise.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
Now, can I say anything to her?
I need to inventory all our equipment and other odds and ends for damages.
Well, then I'll leave you to it. Let's talk to Matteo.
Everyone? Huh? Oh, sorry. My mind was drifting away there.
He's got nothing to say. What about Walter? Where's he at?
Sorry. I've been lost in thought for a bit. You forget how much you take a place like the Lodge for granted. Until it's threatened.
Okay, so they're not saying anything too much. That's alright. We'll worry about this another time. Just wanted to check and see if there was anything interesting. Alright, we've got our own silly hat. And clearly Wyatt has MBA level hops. I mean, woo, look at that, baby. Alright. Alright, we're gonna take the gnat down to the spaceport. Kind of sad I finished my oats. It's my favorite thing about the morning. Alright. Alright. Now we're gonna have our conversation with Sarah Morgan.
What will be our next course of action?
Hopefully it won't be anything too crazy. But, yeah, I mean, we might as well talk to her. I have a feeling it's gonna lead to a companion quest, like it did with Sam. We don't have to do it right now. But maybe that'll be next episode, for Friday. You know, assuming I don't have any dinner that messes up my stomach.
Can I help? Look, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, I was already in the same building as you, but your thank you is more than enough.
Then I'll say it again. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Sam's life. He was one of my closest colleagues, and a cherished friend. Oh, poor Cora. I'm sure the poor thing is devastated. She's lost a wonderful father.
Well, no one's blaming you for what happened.
I don't have to. I blame myself. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all, and Sam would still be alive.
Well, rarely at the expense of our members' lives.
I can't sugarcoat our mission statement. Space travel and planetary exploration is inherently risky. Even Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks, went missing on an expedition. But this particular danger with the Starborn is off the scale. We truly don't know what we're dealing with.
Well, the Sarah Morgan I know would never let the Starborn get away with their plan.
No, she wouldn't. But was it worth the cost? Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong?
Well, it's simply bad luck, Sarah.
No. I refuse to allow Sam's death to be attributed to bad luck. It isn't fair. The question is, where do we go from here? Do we stop exploring? Stop pushing the boundaries? Take a more aggressive posture towards the universe? I don't know where to begin.
Well, we're doing exactly what we're doing because we never did anything wrong in the first place.
I suppose you're right. I just hope we don't make the same fatal mistake twice. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now. Oh, it was a relief to get all of that out in the open. I'm sorry I got so angry. But I assure you, it's nothing personal. You're the only one I feel comfortable talking with about these things.
Besties. Well, anytime you want to talk, I'm here.
Good. Because I expect this won't be the last time I intend to cry on your shoulder or scream in your face.
Good boss.
Well, we have a long road ahead of us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work.
Yes. Could not agree more. Alright. Let's
get out there and do something new today, shall we?
That is the plan, Lee Stanley. Alright. Cool. Let's get on out of here.
Ship's ready. Steady stuff.
We're locking into orbit now.
All right. Actually, I'll drop one in the engine. That's not going to be too important. So we're going to head there. Unity. So we're going to head to Indum 2. Oh. Start grav jumping. And I guess we'll use those 4 120 coordinates to land there. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about coordinates and stuff like that. So.
Space brings us here.
There's a power on Indum 4D too, one of those. Wow, that planet looks terrible. Truly awful. Okay. Pilgrim's Rest. Hey, that's my main character. Hanging out in a dusty alley.
Site is clear.
Alright. Well, we've got our suit. And Andresia's our companion, so let's head out into this desert-ass planet.
Captain Wyatt, greetings.
Yo. Alright, so it's about 440 meters out.
Hello.
No specific dialogue. Alright. Let's head on out. Guessing it's gonna be that over there. Ooh, what do we have? Search for clues on Unity. Certainly an interesting rock formation. Okay. Pilgrim's Rest. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, well, okay. Pilgrim's Writing number 2. Is there a number 1 that we can find first? Alright, there's a number 4. A number 3. At least they all mark themselves, so I won't forget where they are. Let's check in this building. Ah, there's gonna be number 1. Cool. Just gonna eat an entire potato. Alright, so let's read writing number 1. Pilgrim's Writing 1. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. Well, I like this pilgrim guy already. Not for calling humans mundane, I'm a mundane myself, but just wanting to be left alone. My gosh. A boy can dream. Let's read writing number 2. Pilgrim's Writing 2. So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstandings instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Certainly.
Hopefully these low temperatures do not interfere with our electronics.
Let's see what writing number 4, and this is number 3, I believe. Alright, let's see what writing number 3 says. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could, but if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can even issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone to commune with the Unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. Well, let's see what writing number 4 says. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if it only exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out that time spent in solitude is, in my case, time spent with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Certainly interesting. Certainly interesting indeed. Let's see. Ooh, Pilgrim's Writing number 5. Oh, this is a long one. We get 2 pages. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and possible futures. I imagine continuing the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here? The road doesn't seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path. If I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught, and perhaps brought others to the light, and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here is the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Well now, that is something. Oh, we've got a computer here. Unlock personal room. Ooh. If you came seeking the right answers, you'll know what questions to ask. What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? Oh, people are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? In stopping, in embracing compassion. Ooh. If you came here seeking the true meaning of unity, if you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Considering unity and truth are always capitalized, proper nouns, they need to be persons, places, or things. Tangible things, so it has to be a location. Oh, hey. Permanently increase ballistic weapon damage by 5%. Now, I want to see if this affects my weapon here. That says 119. I don't know if that's like a passive thing only for the character, or does it show up when it applies to your weapons? Yeah, went up to 125. It's not bad. Cool. That's really actually neat. Oh, we have another lawgiver here. Oh, that. Sorry, I was thinking of a razorback. Just want to make sure there's no containers that need looting. Miso soup, we'll take it. Only because I need it for my scavenging thing. We've searched 34 out of 75 containers. Alright. Pilgrim's final writing. Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent, instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have only found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On High Latu, the islands hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting reveals the truth. Well, guess we're heading to the second planet in another system. Oh, that's cool that he has concept art. Well now, that's interesting, isn't it? That's clearly an artifact, and these are clearly the symbols from the powers we have. I mean, that's really neat. That's a temple. I don't know what the hell that is. Something that might be relevant in the future. Man, this is some Dr. Manhattan type shit. Neat. I wonder if some of those other pictures of things that I don't recognize, maybe that's like alluding to something. It kind of makes me think about, when I was a young man playing Fallout New Vegas, there was always graffiti in the world that would say things like, "The burned man lives. The burned man lives. The burned man lives." And I didn't know what it meant until I started playing and learned that the burned man was Joshua Graham, former legate of Caesar's Legion. And I thought it was really interesting that I was, that those were kind of foreshadowing for future DLC. So I wonder if some of those pictures, like some of those robotic limbs or strange looking things we saw, were maybe future, like some of those symbols, I don't recognize the symbols for the powers, but maybe they were all powers that have been listed previously in the games, and or maybe they're powers you can already unlock, but maybe there's stuff in there that's alluding to future powers, things we might get at a different time. I don't know. We'll see. I think it would be very fun if there was some sort of context clue there. It's normally something I'd want to post about and try to discuss, but it seems my interactions with the greater internet community, anytime I post something about this game, it's always entirely negative. It usually boils down to, are you still playing this trash game? It's like, yes, I am still playing this game. Alright, so let's head to High Hyla 2.
Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
Actually, let's lower the EM weapons. Set course for Hyla 2. Very bright.
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
At least this planet appears to have rendered somewhat. Alright, Hyla 2. Ancient ruins. Oh, I like that little map marker. Neat. Alright, let's head to it.
Beginning landing cycle.
Yes?
Oh man, 1.35 gravity? Do I have a... Okay, we've got a companion with us. What the heck? Herding tongue-face grazer. Tongue-face? Kinky. Mountain silkweed. Ooh, and some beryllium. What? Thought I was on Hyla 2. Okay, yeah, I am. Why did it say I just discovered Hyla 1A? And why am I all the way out here? I seem to remember playing this before and landing over there. I seem to remember landing directly on those ruins before. Not having to go through this microbial, contaminated frickin' water. That apparently just eats away at my suit. I'm thinking this is a bug that made me land so far away. But no, it's cool, man. Just microbes eating my flesh. No big deal. NBD, dog. So glad I could... Yeah, I mean, look at this. Clearly the landing site. I remember coming out of my ship before, and then... I don't know where the hell this shit landed me today. Because I'd come out of my ship, and then this little bug greets you.
And that statue. Clearly some connection to the creatures in the area. What could it mean?
What could it mean? I have no idea. But I know I have microbes eating my skin right now. Okay. Find the scorp. What the hell? Okay. So this is a constellation. Oh, good pun. So we're gonna have to... The scorpion sting reveals the truth, so maybe, like, right there, the stinger, I mean, that's like the brightest one. Maybe next to this joint right in here. I don't know. I did this before and I don't know how the hell I did it. Oh! Wow, okay. What the hell? I don't know what the hell any of that means, but I'll take it. I'm not really sure how to get my health back up. Maybe if I take some antibiotics? Will that kill these microbes? No. Okay, so we found something here, and apparently we found lag. Okay, that's better. I really wish my ship would have landed here instead of fucking way over there. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. I'll find some way off this rock. Hopefully I don't succumb to some horrible infection beforehand, but I'll find it, by gum. I just don't know when I'll start healing. Oh god. This is just bad vibes all around. Okay. Woo! Alright. Bad news bears, bad news bears. Alright, we're good. We're good. Stupid tongue-faced grazers. Oh! Fuck out of here. I don't want that smoke with me. They couldn't handle it. What do you expect when you're a tongue face? Ooh, a lockjaw. I don't know what that is, but I'd like to see.
They should have known.
Hey, we leveled up. Damn, dude. Shot him so good that he just stayed standing. Amazing. An amazing hunter I am.
Did you hear something?
Oh, good shot, Andresia. How does he do it? Alright, we need to get the hell out of here. Gravy.
Waiting your orders, Captain.
So where are we off to now? Go to the last star in the Scorpius constellation. Oh, now our health will start healing, and the game will start lagging. Okay. Well, Let's get a little rest on real quick. Let's get that
you are
healing up.
sufficiently rested.
Couldn't tell you. Well, let's see.
Lifting off now. Orbital insertion completed.
Oh, jeez. Okay. We have some Crimson Fleet here. That's good. Alright. Not sure what Crimson Fleet's doing all the way out here, but... Alright, let's shoot another missiles.
Down goes their craft.
They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the heat. Let's see where we're off to. Oberum. Well, hopefully somewhere exciting.
Smooth jump. Nice work.
Oh, hey now.
It can't be. You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
What do you mean?
Oh, please. Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed.
Time for round 2 then. Surrender or be destroyed.
I yield, Constellation. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you. I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace. And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
And who is this second Starborn guaranteeing my safety?
Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet. I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
A ceasefire meeting. Are the Starborn at war?
Not a bad description, actually. We'll explain when we meet. In person.
I'm not sure how much I like this. I have no reason to trust the Starborn. Any Starborn.
I told you I would leave you alone, and I did. Don't make me regret that decision. You killed one of their own. They have good reason to feel threatened. All of us should feel threatened by each other. That comes with the territory. The question is, whether you take the risk and talk to us, or you can run away and bask in the dark. Your choice.
Well, I guess we need to start docking.
And we're docking. And complete.
peasy.
Alright, so
What
she's
can I
gonna
help you
wait
with?
here. She can't come with us. That's fine. Starborn ships aren't for girls. Starborn incels confirmed. The emissary, the hunter. This is a fancy pants looking ship.
Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you
That's
worked
who it
so
was.
hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Yeah. You're damn right it is.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
That doesn't justify murder.
And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
So, I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. Hiding my face was way easier.
That's Sam? Sam. It can't be you. I saw you die.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the launch to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye, while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
So, this Unity is where the artifacts are from? The temples?
They are all connected.
And both of you are trying to keep people from it.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
You've been to the Unity multiple times. What does that mean?
It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going.
Yeah. Keeper Aquilus. No. Some other version of the same person.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen.
Well.
The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Well, whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part in it.
You're already in it. With artifacts comes Starborn searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce. Between all three of us. I will give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine. Or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Well, suppose we should speak to them. Hey, let's talk to...
I'll tell you everything I can.
Let's talk to Sam here.
I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again, old friend.
What exactly is the Armillary?
When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
So you tried to protect the artifacts and keep them from being abused?
You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way.
And what happens when you enter the Unity?
It is not an easy experience to describe. But the Unity will speak to you. Offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us?
And who was I in your universe? What was I like?
Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again. As yours won't have its real me.
It's a little depressing. You're not authorized to pilot
the
this
Unity
ship.
is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness. You might think the emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. Remember that.
Well, you called the emissary a hypocrite. Why?
They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
And what is the Unity to you? Why kill for it?
Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
And why did you attack us?
I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
And after you attacked the lodge, you let me go. Why?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, packing through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
And you had this meeting because of me?
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
Well, I think I've heard enough. Well, you guys have some pretty slick-looking outfits. I'll give you boys that. I don't know why his thing moves every time I take him off screen. Well, alright. Let's get the hell out of here.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here. To open the way.
Earth's moon? In the Sol system?
Yes. I will say no more.
Well, you Starborn sure like your "you must see for yourself" nonsense.
I do not always know if you are a person I should be helping. Forgive me. I have also found that advice is a poor substitute for experience. I ask you again. Go to Earth's moon. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Well, return to the lodge. So we've got a couple of things we gotta look at here. Go to the Nova Galactic Research Station and return to the lodge. So here's what we're gonna do. Gonna drop down. We're gonna go land back on New Atlantis. And then we're gonna send all the companions to the lodge, and we'll talk to everyone there at the start of next episode. So getting back to New Atlantis is priority 1 right now. Getting off this ship is
Ships separated. Engaging drive.
Is what we need to be doing. So here's what we're going to do. Gonna head to Alpha Centauri. That was certainly illuminating, in a sense.
Switching over to standard engines.
This is United Colony space.
Yeah.
Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Well, alright. Let's land then. And maybe next episode we'll focus on having that little goodbye ceremony for Sam Coe.
Secure. I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. Is something amiss?
Alright, so everyone's heading to the lodge anyway, but I'm gonna dismiss the crew just in case. Unassign, 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 unassign. Not sure how important Vasco will be to that situation, but...
Captain Wyatt.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay.
Mm-hmm.
You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
Well... The artifacts mean something. It's important we find out what.
It does seem to be a unique situation with serious consequences. That is what keeps me here as well. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
Oh, sure. Why is Constellation meaningful to you?
This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds.
Oh. You gotta have a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
How are things different for them?
There is no struggle to survive here. No great risk in daily life. I'm sure you have seen for yourself that is not the case for much of the settled systems. Hostile environments, dangerous creatures, not to mention the threats posed by other humans. None of that touches these people.
And, you think people need to struggle to live?
I think if there is no struggle, people can forget what living really means. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
Oh. Sorry life has been hard for you.
I am not asking for pity. I have done what is necessary to bear my burdens, and it has led me here. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Why did your family insist on independence?
They believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them.
Well, getting by on your own is admirable.
It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you. I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know. Yes?
I think it's time we went our separate ways.
And leave your back sorely unguarded. If you insist.
I insist. Alright. Have any junk worth selling? I mean, I'm carrying a lot of stuff, so...
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you.
Oh, I can sell one of these. Cool. Man, got them wilt to stilt hops. I can jump to the top of buildings. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Huh. Alright, well, let's sell some gear.
Oh, please, take a look.
I intend to. Sell a spacesuit. I really gotta get rid of this ranger gear, but I don't want to. I definitely don't want that. Just because the ranger gear is like it's not as good as other items I can have nowadays. But I like it because I like the Freestar Rangers themselves. Yeah, let's sell Solomon's maps.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
How will honor Sam's legacy.
Nova Galactic all the way when it comes to ship design.
Let's head to the old Mast District. Okie dokie. That's Vlad over there, and we'll have to speak to him. But, before that... Man, is nobody cleaning this place up? Sheesh, people. My god. I mean, come on, we have an Elder Scroll here. And no one's even, like, trying to keep that thing safe. Oh. Well, okay. That's what we're going to do next episode. We got a little prompt in the bed that says wait until memorial service starts, which we will do. I think that will bring everybody together. So this is where we're going to call it for now. This was definitely a lot to unpack. Not a lot of action, just a lot of talking this episode. I enjoy stuff like that. I don't mind a lot of dialogue or exposition, but I can see how maybe that wasn't the most thrilling thing. But hey, we at least got a ship battle in there somewhere. A nice Crimson Fleet ship popped up for us to blow up. So there's that. This was definitely an interesting one. We learned a lot. It turns out Sam is alive in a sense, but from a different universe. Certainly a strange turn of events, and learning that the Hunter is actually Keeper Aquilus, but also from a different universe. Different copy, same person. Very strange. But we learned that a multiverse exists within the Starfield universe, and the Starborn are able to travel between them when gathering all the artifacts. I don't know what that means for us and our friends in Constellation, but I have a feeling we're going to be finding out very soon. So if you enjoyed this episode, give me a like, maybe even subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more. We are nearing the end of this Starfield series, I think, and I don't know what we're going to play after that. But I also have other videos coming. I just finished a script for a longer video, more, not longer than these, but a more concentrated video, which is very exciting. I still need to gather footage for that in the game I'll be talking about in there, but it is coming. We also have other stuff we're working on for this channel as well. Other types of videos that are more long form, but a singular story, not really episodic like this. And when I say we, I mean me. It's just me here. I do all the recording, all the writing, all the editing. Yeah, so there's definitely more coming than just Starfield videos. I still intend to do Gaming with a Friend once or twice a week as I'm able. So I'm definitely going to continue working on this series with other games. And again, we may even come back to Starfield. But if you didn't like this video, leave me a dislike. You're not going to offend me. But if you do dislike it, maybe drop down in the comments and let me know what it is that you didn't like. That way I can improve in any way. I mean, do you not like me? Do you not like my performance? Do you not like this game? Or is there some other aspect I failed to take into account? But more than any of that, I am just so thrilled that you took time out of your day to game with me, and I will see you next time in the Starfield.